some people are automatically going to say, well, hey, here we have another viewer that basically is, shooting her shot at, a homeless guy because she finds
Oh,
him attractive and this, that, and the third. What's your response to that? You're going to get
and
them
that,
done, so I guess they could just sit up more or whatever.
yeah, I'm going to get them reduced and implanted because
Okay.
they're like super heavy. Well, let's make your views go. They're like, look,
What age did the molestation start?
I remember at 5.
What age do you remember it ending?
Well, one of my molesters I had the children by. He kept me close. He had molested me for years and years. He was like a cousin, called
All
a cousin.
four of the kids?
Yeah.
If this does develop into a romantic situation, right?
Well,
How do you think your kids are going to feel about that? Because they're right around the same age as he is.
well,
Do you think that there's going to be any level of frustration that creeps in after a while with Markel being there? If he's not able to, get on quick enough or whatever it is?
well, I'm really my thing was like my motives was really pure to like help him.
What's your response to people who say, well, she's just another cougar looking for some young D?
What's up, YouTube? Guys, if you ever need to reach out to me, follow me on IG at Marcus the Interviewer. Now back to the content.
All right.
All right.
What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with the special. So guys, this is kind of a follow up on the story we did with the young man that said that basically Ruby had stabbed him. And so his video did a decent number of views. And so here we have a young lady who just started watching my channel, I guess a little while back,
Yeah.
and she came up
Actually, three
on.
days ago.
Okay, so there you go. So just earlier this week, just started following my channel, and
Yeah.
she came up on that video. The young man.
Oh, Jesus Christ, who is this? This isn't you, is it? I don't know who this
Okay, all right. Sorry about that. But anyway, so yeah, so you came up on this video, and so
Yeah.
you guys contacted me on three way, and I guess you wanted the channel's help sending him down there to where you're at. Now, where are you at?
I'm in Moultrie, Georgia.
You're in Moultrie, Georgia. All right, so shout out that
Yeah.
Moultrie, Georgia, man. Shout it out. That whole South Georgia, man. I love all of my towns in Georgia. So,
Yeah.
okay, so you're down in Moultrie, and
Hmm.
so you guys, want me to, go pick them up from Stone Mountain and bring
Yeah.
them to the Greyhound station and send them on down there.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, first and foremost, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. I
Okay,
can't complain.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 52.
52?
Yeah.
You're not 52 in the whole lot. You're looking great. Okay, so I guess that's some of that black don't crack.
Yeah.
Um, and so okay, and so Marquell is 30. All right,
Right.
and so that's a
Right.
22-year age gap. And so
Well, been starting this off as like a love thing or whatever. When I saw it, I really felt bad for him. I felt bad because, like black men have this, stereotype like they have to be men, they don't need anybody. They just need to buck up and do it. But you know what? Everybody needs somebody. So
absolutely.
yeah, I just felt like, and when my first intentions was, I had like a friend that helped people, and but they couldn't help him. So I was like, I started talking to him, and I was like, well, maybe I don't, I've never brought nobody, like to my home I didn't know, but I was like, well, maybe I could do that. And I talked to him for a few days, and I just thought he was genuine, and I thought that like, hey, maybe I can help him. You know,
Okay. Do you live by yourself?
I did.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm imagining they're grown.
they're grown. I have 17 grandchildren.
17 grandchildren. Well, congratulations on that. How
Yeah,
many kids do you have?
4.
4? Okay, they produced a good number of grandkids. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
And how young is the youngest of your children?
27.
27, so right around the same age.
Yeah.
I mean, right off the bat, right? Like I say, you're an attractive young lady. And
Thank
so, was there any attraction that you felt towards Marquel when you saw the video?
Well, I have dated younger, but he's not an ugly man or anything. And like if I don't know what will happen because we just don't know.
Well, yeah,
You know,
nobody, no,
uh,
nobody ever knows what'll happen. But I mean, what do you want to happen?
well, I want him to get himself together. He's not the only person I ever helped. Like this is like my kind of thing. Like me and my children will go out to the homeless. We would feed them. I do a lot of things for people. So he's not. He's just another person that I would help. Like if anybody know me, people would tell you since a young person, I've always helped people and I've always did stuff for the homeless. I used to cook and bring food to like the people in my area and my kids actually do it. They feed the homeless. Those give people money and stuff like that. So this is nothing like okay, like he's a dude that I found attractive or whatever because I don't have any problem like getting men or whatever. None at all.
I mean,
So
I
it's
see
not
you got the tea ties out.
well. Because actually, I'm actually going to get them done. Really,
Okay.
and actually, yeah,
You're gonna get
and
them done, so I guess they could just sit up more or whatever.
yeah, I'm going to get them reduced and implanted because
Okay.
they're like super heavy. Well, let's make your views go. They're like look, so they're like super like you look.
I could.
So they're super heavy on my shoulder and
Okay.
all. So, and actually, he's gonna go with me. I'm going to get a nose job also. I'm going.
Wow.
He's
A
finding out.
nose job?
Yeah, I go get my
Why do you
nose
feel
job.
like you need a nose job?
I've never liked my nose, and I've always wanted a Caucasian nose. Like my children, they're beautiful. Like my daughters, they're drop dead gorgeous. They all have longer noses, and I've always just wanted a longer nose.
Is your children's dad Caucasian?
Well, we're mixed with Dominican and black,
Dominican and black? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I listen.
but
That
yeah,
that 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 that
I,
definitely makes me feel a little sad because we should love our African features, right? We should love our features, and I'm speaking as someone that has maybe a nose that maybe isn't as, I
I
guess,
like your like
right. I guess it's not as like bulbous as some folks' nose or whatever, but I think that African features are just absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. Just to let you know.
But what's wrong with having a preference for what you like?
I didn't say there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing
It
wrong
is
with that. Nothing wrong with that. So, hey, you
not like
like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? That
I've,
that's how I do it.
I've
So,
been living with my nose for 52 years, but it's time for change. I just want to change. So
okay.
I do go to Miami on the 9th, and I stay down there for a week until I get my cast off or whatever. And then I have my boob consultation, which I'm getting it all done. I'm getting my stomach and my boobs done. And it's not to get a man because I've never had a problem with that. I've always had a
Can we
lot of
see
that.
what you look like, just like your body, like your full body?
This is where the stomach where I just need it to be flat.
I know how it is. I know how y'all ladies like it. I know how y'all ladies like it.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna shout out. I'm gonna shout out one of my teammates, Lashandra, aka the Lone Diva on Instagram, because she's the same age as you, but
Yeah.
she's like a workout warrior and she still does bodybuilding shows and things like that. And
Oh
so
wow.
yeah. So that's one way to do it, but I get it. I
But
mean,
no. I would like to, be able afterwards
to
to keep
maintain it like
everything
that.
up.
I get it. I get it. Listen, I'm not denigrating surgery or anything like that. So,
Yeah.
like I said, you like it, I love it. All right, so can we see you real quick though? Can we see your body or whatever? It's almost
Yeah.
like a Kendra Cam. I don't know if you watch Kendra G.
See, my boobs
We see the
overwhelmed.
boobies. Can we see the booty?
I don't have much, but
So you about to be boobed up, bootied out, flat stomach. What are they gonna do with you?
no.
You about to have this young guy. You about to have this young guy here. What? And so at
Oh,
30.
you know what? I was on my other Facebook, so I thought you could see me from there. So that's actually, I'm sorry,
It's
but
okay.
you go on there, the other one, you probably see it better. For me holding up the phone, you know what I'm saying, like that, you probably can see better. I mean, it's not like I don't have a
Yeah,
butt.
I see what you're working with. I see what you're working with.
Big, but
I see what you're working with. I can imagine how everything's gonna look when everything is healed up and all that stuff. So
yeah, I don't have I have skin. Like I have a huge, I mean, a small little waist. So let me hang up. I have a huge little waist. I don't have really stomach. I have basically the skin.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad
Yeah.
at it. So okay. So safe to say that you know, if this does develop into a romantic situation, right?
Well,
How do you think your kids are gonna feel about that? Because they're right around the same age as his.
like my kids really, they're so used to me like being with younger people, and it's not that I try to. They all the younger guys try to talk to me. So
That's what's. Hey, listen, I tell people all the time, be attracted to who's attracted to you, right? And so I understand. I understand what you're saying.
I've had two husbands and stuff, but ever since the second one, it's been all just younger men.
So you've been
But
married twice.
yeah,
How long did the longest marriage last?
for like 13 years.
And so the last marriage, when did it end?
And 2019.
Okay, so about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And so why? What was it that made that relation? Was that the 13-year relationship?
Yeah.
What was it that made you guys break up after 13 years and being nearly 50?
Well, he was like selling drugs and into the life and got me in a whole bunch of trouble. And he's just he's spoiled. And
You
a
say he was
Haitian.
spoiled or you were spoiled?
Well, I think yeah, I was spoiled since a little girl too. But he was also,
What was
and
he spoiled by?
his Haitian family. Something about the firstborn. Haitians are really like they really spoil their firstborn, and he would do everything. I mean, like just get their money, and
I
and
get
his
it,
mother
but
was.
you were with him for 13 years. And it sounds like y'all don't have any kids together.
No, we did. I had all my children by the first husband.
Right, right. So then I mean
Yeah.
so then, why after 13 years decide that this isn't a good thing or whatever?
Well, he was abusive. I mean, like I said, sold drugs, and he did a lot of stuff. He takes some people up, owe him money in a hotel. He beat this white woman half to death, and
You
he did
saw
a
this
lot.
stuff or you just heard about it?
Oh no, this is fact. This is like facts. He did all those things.
So you was with the plug.
Oh yeah, I used to be in traps with choppers and all kind of stuff. Left with choppers, and I would have to be the driver. And because they would, I could talk, and I could, like the police wouldn't really stop me. They didn't consider me the suspect. So I was never the suspect because of the way I carried myself and the way I talked and all that. So I would have to do a lot of stuff for like, you know,
So you like thugs? Is that what I'm kind of getting?
well,
Like
well, I can't say
you like street
that.
guys?
Well, it didn't just happen like that.
Let's talk about it real quick. Okay, so you're 52. You got 4 kids. You've been married twice. Where are you from?
I was born in Albany, New York.
Hey, hey, man! Shout out that
Yeah,
Albany, New York, man. That's the big
right.
old capital. All day, all day. So man, shout it out. Yeah, everybody think New York is the capital of New York, but yeah,
No,
yeah. So yep. So okay, so growing up in Albany, did you have both mom and dad in the household?
no, actually, I was in what you would, I don't know if they consider it foster care because back then they just gave children to people. So I was given my this is a little story that my mother was driving. I mean, had me walking with me past Big Mom's place, and she asked Big Mom, "Did she want a baby?" And Big Mom looked at me. I had a whole bunch of hair and all that. So, oh, she pretty and da da da. I'll take her, and she took me. And yeah, it wasn't good. I mean, I was molested by everybody
You was
because
molested by everybody. What age did that start?
everybody in the house, yeah, I was molested. I was treated bad because
What age did the molestation start?
I remember at 5.
What age do you remember it ending?
Well, one of my molesters I had the children by. He kept me close. He had molested me for years and years. He was like a cousin, called
All
a cousin.
four of the kids?
Yeah, he wasn't my cousin, but we were raised as family.
Right. And so how much older was he than you?
He's I think he's 13 years older than me. Because he's like, I'm 52, he's like 4 or something now. So I think he's like 13. But he would do those things to me.
So wait, but
Mm,
okay, so I guess at one point it went from kind of molestation and grooming to you
yeah.
accepting and wanting to do it.
Well, it's like I can't never I can't say that I accepted and I wanted to, but because nobody really liked me and I thought he was all I had. And he would tell me that. He was like, you know, Big Mom don't like you. This one, um, he would just tell me lots of things. And then Big Mom, the two older people, Big Mom was fine, but Aunt Gladys, the other older one, she had me so controlled. She would tell me like, that monsters would be under the bed and I would have to sleep with her, and it was a lot.
So when you slept with her, what would happen?
She didn't do anything. She didn't abuse me. I think whatever was going on with her, maybe she was afraid to be alone.
Or
It
maybe
was
she didn't want you to be sleeping alone. Maybe that was her way of protecting you.
No, she didn't protect me because I don't. I think everyone knew what was going on, but back
So
then you didn't
so
know.
so how old were you when you had your first child?
I was I got pregnant at 16, had her at 17.
And did everybody knows whose kid it was?
This is the thing. They act like they didn't know, but and they act like I wasn't abused because they like that's why I left Albany with him because once I started having children, everybody started turning on me, and then they didn't know until, and Gladys didn't know until she asked me who's the father, and I told her Brian, which Brian had been molesting me, since 5. He
Since
would
you was
bring me,
5 and he was 18?
yeah, he would bring me to his girlfriend's house, and when they were asleep, because I would braid my hair, lots of long, pretty hair, so they would braid my hair and take me around with them, but they didn't know that he was molesting me. So I would go around with him, and not only him molested me, the women did also. Women molested me.
But I'm trying to figure out, so your cousin
Yeah.
Brian was molesting
Hmm.
you from the time that you was 5 and he was 18.
Yeah.
And by the time you was 16 and he was 29, he had gotten you pregnant with you guys' first child. And he's
Yeah.
the father, he's the biological father of all four of your kids.
Yeah.
And did anybody ever did he raise the kids? Was he an active and involved dad in their life?
It was on. I didn't know what it was back then, but I called them all my cousins and whoever. They would always go into the bathroom, and back then you didn't know what the hell they were doing, but I found out they were doing crack. So they were all on crack, and he would like steal money from me and stuff like that. He would be in the bathroom. I started learning that it was crack, but I didn't know why he was in the bathroom so long. and stuff like that. So actually, he literally would take care of my children while I worked at the nursing homes and stuff like that. And he would, do his crack, and I guess I was supporting it because a long time I didn't know what it was. So, and then after a while, I found out that my oldest daughter, when I had left him, I left him and married my other husband, and I literally did it while I was with him.
So
I
wait,
paid.
hold on. Did you
Yeah,
marry your cousin?
I married him.
Well, yeah, because he wasn't biologically your cousin.
Right.
But wow. So you
Because he
guys
was,
got married.
yeah, he would tell me that I was gonna leave him when I got older, and I would say no, I won't. But because I was afraid then, because I had all the children, I had really no one, like because that family didn't like me. They treated me really bad,
How did all
So
that make you feel?
terrible, like really terrible. For a long time, I went through things, you know.
So
I,
so real quick, I'm sorry to interject, but did you ever learn what the story was behind your biological parents, like your biological mom, your biological dad?
yeah, Nanette, she was. The story was she was on drugs, and then my father. She married my father. He supported her drug habit, but he was also gay too. He was a cook in Albany, New York. But he had his own catering business, stuff like that. But I would pick up money from him, but I really didn't know him. I heard he catered parties and stuff or whatever, but I had no really relationship with them. You know, I think when he died, she lied and took my social security check because I was with that old lady
Hmm.
still. So she took my social security, and then she tried to come and get me, and I went with her for like maybe a week, and I took a cab back from Rensselaer to Albany because I didn't know her. I didn't want to be with her. So
Man, have you ever unpacked all this? Like, have you ever
no,
talked to like a therapist and all that type of stuff?
no, my story just doesn't stop there. I have a hell of a story, you know.
Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, we're gonna have to do a full interview then with you. Not necessarily now, but yeah, man, we're gonna have to sit down and talk because you sound like you have a lot to unpack.
Yeah, and
Ooh.
I did leave him. My daughter had wrote a letter to my boyfriend, and the letter was so explicit.
To your
And
boyfriend or your husband or your ex-husband?
to my boyfriend,
Okay.
because he tried to keep my. That's a story too. I just want to let you know that when she wrote this letter to him, it was so explicit. I'm thinking, how the hell would a child know? And she's only 12 about orgasms and everything. And so what came back to me was what he had said to me. He was like, when he first like, was gonna penetrate whatever. He said, "I want to show you something. I got something to teach you and everything." And when I read that letter, when he brought me the letter, I was like, Foshea, did he touch you? So I believe he did touch her. He groomed her also. It was going on
So
for a
so
while.
are you still talking about your cousin or you
His daughter, and I'm talking about the cousin that I had the children with.
so you talking about he did this to his daughter?
Right. Because my other children, when when he came to Gainesville to visit my daughter, my other children told me, and I just want to put this picture. My other children told me that they felt like something was going on with my daughter. She would walk around naked or whatever. So they like clarified like what I was thinking from a long time ago that something did happen. I'm gonna. So it's a wild. I'm sorry. Things keep popping up. Hold on.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely a very wild story. I want to show you who he did these things to. We don't have a good relationship because these are my daughters.
So hold on, you gotta hold it kind of still because it's still
Okay, let
pixelated.
me come back over
Yeah, I
this way.
mean, or you
Yeah,
could, I get it. I mean, you could send it to me and, we could have it up on the screen, but okay, I get it. So
yeah,
yeah, I see that they're, pretty young ladies.
yeah. But this one right here is the one that I believe, he groomed and molested, and
Eh,
none of us have a good relationship because of the things that he did. He did lots of things to them when I left him. He didn't want me to leave him. And when we came to Florida, he called the police. He disarmed my car, called the police on me, said that I was going to stab him. And he told the police to come and get me. They came. It was around like the Nicole Simpson thing. So they had to arrest someone. They arrested me. And then he took the children because I couldn't go back to the house. And he just did a lot where our relationship was like just really tainted.
So, okay. So the letter that you found, she had
Hmm.
wrote that letter to him.
To my boyfriend.
Why do you keep saying your boyfriend? I thought it was your ex-husband.
Okay. I was with a boyfriend at the time when they were delivered back to me after he didn't want them anymore. After I went to jail, I couldn't go back
And
in the
so
house.
your 12-year-old daughter had wrote that to your boyfriend
Yes.
saying
And that's,
that, so do you think they was having sex at the time or whatever?
yeah. Yeah, he was, yeah. And
Mm.
I don't know what was going on. Like I said, my other children, years after that, started having suspicions that there was things going on. So even after she grew up, she was still having sex with him, with
With
her father, my ex-husband.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm kind of confused because we keep saying, so we have one guy that's a ex-boyfriend, and then we have the guy that's the ex-husband that's the father of them. The
Right.
same one
I
that groomed
my
you.
Okay, listen, I was with my ex, and that was a boyfriend at the time that my daughter wrote a letter to, that she wanted him to lick her pussy to make her come. And she was only 12. And that's
Okay,
when
and
I
so you was with the boyfriend, and that made you go back to what was happening, may have been happening with your ex-husband earlier. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, it made me think, where's a 12-year-old writing a letter and would know about an orgasm?
And so
It went
you're saying that
on.
did she end up having sex with your ex-boyfriend or her father, your ex-husband?
No, she just wrote the letter. She wanted to have sex with my boyfriend.
Okay. Okay.
She wrote him a letter, and the letter was so explicit, it made me think, well, how would a 12-year-old know about orgasms? I didn't even know about an orgasm at 12, and I was being molested. All I knew was, but I didn't know about orgasms and all the stuff she put in that letter. So that made me,
Right. Go
you know,
back to what could have possibly. And so you're saying that even now she's still having sex with her father?
I don't know about now, but when she was older then, and when my other children had said it was strange how she would walk around the house naked. He came from New York to stay with her, and she was grown and she had a baby, and they were like, father is walking around and Voche is naked and all that kind of stuff. So it made suspicions that, yeah, even after she was grown, so he probably groomed her like he did me, but I didn't know.
Mm,
I didn't know what was going on. I would work and I would support my children while he was doing crack and all that kind of stuff.
mm.
So, you
Ooh,
know,
that's a lot. That's a lot. All
it
right.
was
All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll definitely kind of do a deeper dive. But okay. So let's back on track. So, all right.
yeah.
So, I mean, I guess that kind of gives us a lot more detailed understanding of what may be, leading up to some of this, right? Because some people are automatically going to say, well, hey, here we have another viewer that basically is, shooting her shot at, a homeless guy because she finds
Oh,
him attractive and this, that, and the third. What's your response to that?
no, I've never just went to find a homeless man. Actually, I'm really like one of these people that I like men with money. I've always have. And I'm the type of person will find a man with money and do my, like, no, I've never
No, no,
just
no, 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 no. I'm sorry. Find a man with money and do what?
and probably, just take advantage of.
So I in my head I thought you was gonna say find the guy with money to take care of that stuff, and then find another guy that you like to take care of whatever else.
Oh, no, no, no. No, I don't look for men that don't have anything or try to take care of people or anything like that.
I
I'm
get it.
like, I'm like pretty spoiled. I spoil myself, and whoever I'm gonna be with is gonna have something.
So I
So,
mean, do you think that because you're spoiled or whatever and used to, having money, doing stuff for yourself, do you think that there's gonna be any level of frustration that creeps in after a while with Markel being there if he's not able to, get on quick enough or whatever it is?
well, I'm really my thing was like my motives was really pure to like help him, like really to like get on his feet and stuff like that.
Well, that's what I'm
Uh,
saying. If he's not able to do that, let's say what you consider quick enough, um, will you grow impatient? Will you, because you have this background where you're used to dealing with guys with money, will you start to resent him or his presence there or anything like that?
no, because it's coming from a good place, and um, it's about him. Like I'm gonna be okay. Like like I said, I'm already like above my game doing those jobs and all kind of stuff for myself and everything. So it's not like I need his money or I need him to come up here to do anything.
So what
And
what do you
he,
have to say? What's your response? Yep. So what's your response to people who say, well, she's just another cougar looking for some young D?
no, because I could get that.
Okay, so
Or
that's not something that you're having the issue with. So that you don't
no,
have to like hunt on YouTube for, what I'm saying, young. I get it. I get
no.
it.
I've
Okay.
been alone for like almost 3 years. So and I've been trying to get just me where like I want to be. So then, I'll attract what
Yeah,
I
what
want.
what you want. I get it. I get it.
Right?
Yeah, you gotta get
No,
yourself
no,
right.
no.
Okay, well I
No.
ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. All right, so I guess the next step is at this point, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go pick up Quail and
Right.
bring him on to the Greyhound and
Right.
purchase that ticket.
Yeah.
What's the Greyhound station or whatever? What city or is it just
It's
Moultrie? Say that again.
it's in Valdosta.
Valdosta. All right, all right. Man, shout out that Valdosta, Georgia too, man. Yes, sir. Shout it out.
For real.
All right, all right, all right. So I appreciate you taking the time, answering all of our questions. I mean, I guess if anybody wanted to reach out, help, or donate, they could hit my Cash App up because I'm the one that's about to spend this money. But listen, I'm sorry, what was your name again?
There.
Daya, very nice to meet you, Daya. I look forward to doing a much deeper dive where we could kind of allow you to really tell all these different things that happen to you because it sounds like it's a lot and it sounds like you probably need to unload a little bit of that stuff.
Yeah, and I feel that, you know, this right here was not just for Quell. This right here was for me also. Sometimes things happen. They happen for reasons, but it just wasn't for him. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm
It
a
was
firm
more
I'm a firm believer of when things are in alignment. They
yeah.
happen when they're supposed to and the way that they're supposed to. And so, you may not have come into this thinking that you was going to be talking about your life and all this different stuff, but here we
No,
have it. So,
I did.
oh well, there you go, there you go. So,
He told him how like go ahead and you know uh ask him to help you. He's gonna help you and blah blah blah. And I knew that it was gonna be more to it than just quell thing. I knew that. I'm not dumb at all.
Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, obviously you're interesting. I think that you're a beautiful lady, and you
Thank
definitely sound like you have, a background that people may be able to, learn something from, or, just kind of understand, how certain people have come up. So,
Yeah.
so like I said, I definitely look forward to talking to you. And
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go pick up my boy from the east side. I'm gonna stop and eat first because I haven't ate yet, and I done took Josiah to the Greyhound earlier, and now I'm about to go
Yeah. That's
run to Stone Mountain and bring him to the Greyhound. So
cool.
I'm gonna eat real quick, but I appreciate
Yeah, I appreciate you too.
you. All right, all right. Well, I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
All right, we'll be talking
Yeah.
soon.
Okay, of
All
course.
right, bye.
Okay. Bye.